again. I thought I'd do a quick inbox review of the new Arfix Gloster Meteor. I'm probably a bit late to the party with this one. I know a lot of people have already done them, but I thought I'd quickly do my take on it. Might be useful, might be not. Typical Arfix, we've got some nice box art there. We've got obviously the two options here, 1/48 scale, kit number A09182. We've got some CAD work of the built model on the side, cardograph decals by the looks of things, so we're good there. Same box art, sorry, the light here, I'm just going to move this down a bit, is causing a slight problem. I don't know why that's upside down, that's bizarre. On their box here, I think there's a bit of a printing issue there. We've got 3 flying hours, and obviously we've got the 2 versions here, Gloster Meteor number 111 Squadron, Royal Air Force, North Weald, Essex, England, 1954. And then we've got the sort of all metal Gloster Meteor number 85 Squadron, Royal Air Force, Binbrook, Lincolnshire, England, 1968. So we've got a couple of nice options there. Sorry, I've had a camera shot. So let's crack on. Let's get the box on. Again, you know, one thing that Arfix have generally been good with, it's a really nice sturdy box. It's not like some of the Revel stuff where the box is a bit flimsy. It's actually quite nice and sturdy. Unfortunately, we still have everything packed in one bag. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let's get the instructions out first and go through here. And the decals. Okay, well the first thing here is we've got a great instructions, nice size guide for your stencils. There's a fair amount of stencils on there, although I've seen a lot worse. Should keep you busy on the decaling side for a bit. It's just black and white, but really for stencils that's fine. No trouble there. We've then got the nice, again, nice full colour call outs there for your main decal placement, and obviously your colours in the usual Humbrol. Tricky decision, all silver finish or the usual sort of green dark sea grey. I think I'm going to do this one. I'm actually doing an all metal finish at the moment, so after that I'll probably have had enough and want to do something different. You never know, might change my mind, depends what mood I'm in at the time, but you know, nice, you've got a bit of variety, which is good. We'll quickly have a look at the decals as I've got them to hand. Now we've got here no cardograph on the actual decal sheet, but obviously the box says they are, so I'm assuming they will be. Again, they're in this frustratingly sort of matte satiny finish. Shame they're not in gloss, but there we go. You do get an instrument dial decal, which is not bad, and the decals themselves do look fab. You know, they're very clear, very sharp. I suspect if we zoom in a bit here, you'll be surprised. Yeah, you can probably read. Yeah, oh, sorry, we've gone out of focus there. Come back a bit. There we go. You can read even the tiny lettering. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Really nice. Okay, cool. Nice set of decals again. So they should go on nicely, hopefully. Then we've got the instructions, fairly standard now with Arfix's new colour guide. You've got a bit of information in various languages, a bit of spec on the actual aircraft itself. We then go on, I mean obviously this usual safety stuff, assembly icons, and then we go straight on with the cockpit, pretty standard stuff, cockpit, seat, and all those sort of things. A lot of noise in the background, my son running around. The injection seat looks good. There's even some decal placement there for the seat as well, which is nice. Should build up quite nicely, you know, even out of the box. We then go on to pretty much, yeah, it's basically it's a tub, separate tub piece. You've got the guns as well, which is nice. We then go on to putting the main wing assembly, if you like, there. Obviously there's options for holes that have got to be drilled. and obviously you've got the option for either here we've got obviously if we're going to have the undercarriage in flight, and then we've got the option with a stand. There's an additional holes that will have to be cut out, or we've got the option with the wheels. So you know, you've got plenty of options there. Obviously the stand is sold separately. We then go on here, the rest of the wing goes together, engine, sort of the parts of the engine here, and then we've got the main cockpit tub going in, and then going, so it's my compressor going, and then we've got the two fuselage halves going together there. Looks nice, fairly straightforward. Obviously there's some weight here, it recommends 15 grams. I would suggest if you can cram a bit more in there just to be on the safe side, get a bit more weight in there. We've then got the fuselage meeting the wing, and then we go on to do the sort of horizontal stabilizers and so on, tail, nozzles and stuff here, bits and bobs. You can obviously have the flaps positionable, which is nice by the looks of things. And then we go on to obviously the nice detailed engine, which is great here. We've got the option obviously to present it externally on a sort of dolly, or in the actual engine itself. I think you get two, times two. So obviously you can have one exposed in the aircraft and one externally, or you could have them both in the aircraft. Whatever, you know, you've got lots of options there, which is nice, nice to have. We then go on various bits and pieces, wheels, weight on wheels by the looks of the pictures here, which is great. Various flaps, nose going on here. Fairly standard sort of stuff there. And then last of all, I think we're probably just a few more speed brake parts, various bits and bobs going on, gun sight, and just various then the clear parts. Nice clear instructions, great to see them. You know, it's clear which bits are for which version, which is good, and these new instructions. Nice simple instruction booklet, looks good. Right, let's crack these parts open and see what we've got in this big giant bag. Just make sure there's no bits come loose. Okay, so we're going to start with the main little bits and bobs here. These are the main parts of the engine. It's in Arfix is typical. Oh, here we go. We have got a piece already, rogue part fallen off there. It's clean, nice looking. There's no flash that I can see. There's no injection pin marks on anywhere that there shouldn't be so far. Obviously these various flaps here, if you were to expose them open, I'm not sure what they're for, but if you were, then obviously it's nice not to have the injection pin marks to faff around with. But the engine itself looks pretty good. Come in there for a bit. Nice, actually, really clear, clean parts. Nice. And we've got various other little bits and pieces here. Two parts to the seat here. You've got one with belts, one without. The actual instrument, I don't know how well you can see that, is really good actually. Nicely detailed for a kit part. All the little bits seem to be clean, flash free. No real dramas there. As I say, we've got weight on wheels, so that's nice. They seem to have solved some of the injection pin problems, which is good. There doesn't seem to be anything that there shouldn't be in any. Again, these are the wheel wells, I'd imagine. There's no injection pin marks or anything horrible in there. They're quite nicely detailed. That looks good. Okay, let's go to the main fuselage. It's going to be a reasonably sized aircraft, which is good, as you can probably see from my hand there. We've got some interesting panel lines. What's lovely here is they're really nice actually. They're not like some of the Arfixes where they're thick and deep. They're really quite delicate, nice. You've got some nice texture here as well, which I imagine is by design, because it's not over the whole of the front. It is just these where the guns are. So that's nice. We've got actually it's an interesting kind of raised part here where everything else is recessed. Again, I'm imagining that's by design. Oops, we've lost a piece. Let me just quickly grab that so I don't lose it. This is the problem with them rattling around in the bag together. Again, we've got some, these are, just as this piece popped off, it's quite cool. This has got raised rivets. Nicely done, not overstated. No, that, I mean, I don't know how the camera's picking up, but that looks really, really good. Very impressed with this. I think that's going to look really nice. Again, yeah, no, that's good. I think I'll have to be very, let's put that over there. We've then got the underside of the wing area. Again, you know, the panel lines are not overstated, they're nice, fairly crisp. You might need to do a bit of work if you're going to do a metal finish. I think the plastic's not as smooth as it could be. Again, we've got some lovely detail in these parts here, which I imagine is part of the cockpit. Really nice, very, very good. In fact, again, I don't know how well the camera, but that is beautifully done for a kit part. You know, I don't think you're going to need a resin cockpit for this one. Again, we've got no injection pin marks. That shouldn't really be anywhere. I mean, there is some here. I don't know whether you'll actually ever see them though in the kit. We'd have to check that. But generally, it's all, again, it's all flash free, which is nice. Last part, we've got various flaps and bits and bobs here. Again, the wing parts are nice. Hopefully you've seen that. You've got some fantastic detail in these bits here. Again, I'm not quite sure what they're for. I think that might be part of the cockpit again, or the wheel wells at the front. And again, all the rivets, there's a lot of rivets on these parts, but they're all raised, which actually is probably how they should be. Nice, not over the top, not big and chunky. Again, sorry, it's probably not picking it up as well. I'm going to have to get some better lighting in here, I'm afraid. You might see it there, but ever so nice and clean, crisp. No, again, we've got no flash or anything unsightly on there. I'm just going to move this stuff into here, the box. Last of all important, what are the clear parts like? Okay, wow, they look pretty good. Oh, that's, again, I don't know how well you can see that. They're really clear, actually. I'm just putting it through my hand, across my hand there, and it's not really distorted or anything like that. You've got two types. I'm not quite sure what the difference is, but this is, yeah, no, that's, again, you know, they're good. They're some of the best clear parts I've seen on any Arfix kit to date. Really, really clear, nice. They're not. I mean, there is some distortion in them. You know, they're not perfect by a long shot, but I think, you know, they're going to look pretty good. No, that's nice. Pop that back in there. Cool. Well, I think that's pretty much it. We've covered it all. I'm really looking forward to building that. It's definitely a thumbs up from me. Thanks for watching. Cheers.